still frost on the ground over there.
Yeah, it is winter.
I know it's winter.
Technically.
I know it's winter. How stupid.
Either that or the planet's got chills because Brexit's slowly approaching.
Well, it's the big freeze. It's the big freezer coming. So, what I want to talk about this morning is it's basically liars. Specifically, liars in government.
So a lot of them then.
Well, yeah. I mean, we all know that they can fabricate the truth, they can stretch the truth, they can bend the truth, they can make false claims about different stuff. But what really irritates me is that you cannot properly, in my view, be challenged on it in Parliament. So we had the situation the other day, the leader of the SNP, Ian Blackford, the Prime Minister said, there was some conversation that went on, I think it was during the debates on Tuesday,
yeah,
and he spouts out the word liar. To which John Bercow said, I didn't quite hear that, and there was a bit of discussion, and he managed to find out that that was who had said it, the leader of the SNP. And he asked him to retract it, and Ian turned around and said, for you, I'll retract it. Which kind of means, you know, I mean it, but I don't mean it. And it got me thinking then, that really does irritate me, because the idea of Parliament is to debate stuff. And if the other side are saying things that are clearly not true, why is it so wrong to not be able to turn around and say, that's a lie?
It's his words that bug me. Of I will not have another member of this house accusing any other member of dishonesty. So they go, hang on a minute, that's the whole point of Parliament? To go, okay, we're the opposition, so that's any of the other members of the House. Oh, I can't see because the sun. Hold on. That worked, didn't it?
Go on, you're alright.
To turn around and go, hang on a minute, that's not quite true, here are the facts, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what word you use, as long as you don't swear at them or use any profane language towards them or anything insulting, then I don't think liar is a bad term, because if somebody is not telling the truth, what are they? They are a liar. So there's not really another word you can use.
I mean, for instance, when we had the motion of no confidence in the government, right? And the idea of that was then they had to debate it before they voted, correct?
Yeah.
So what happens? We had, excuse me, folks.
There we go.
There you go. My head's gone. We had the government spent most of the day.
It's got me on the trees now.
Having this awful barrage of comments about Jeremy Corbyn. Well, Jeremy Corbyn, the leader of the opposition, blah blah this, blah blah that. Most of them were untrue.
What they did was basically, it's like, well, you want to vote no confidence in us? Well, it's either us or them.
Yes, so, but at the end of the day, the debate should have been it's for them to justify why they're fit for office, and the only thing they could come up with was, as far as we're concerned, we're better than the other side. That's not a debate. That's not defending yourself when everybody's saying, well, we want to vote to say that we've got no confidence in you. They needed to come forward and say, well, you should have confidence in us because of A, B and C. But no, we went into this tirade of attack on Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah. Most
of which were the usual Daily Mail sort of mudslinging rubbish. Now, because of you would want to be able to in Parliament stand up and go, hang on a minute, what you've just said is a lie. There is no evidence to prove that. Then if we get on to the next lie that was out this week, so Theresa May stands up and she says, and well, is it a lie? Not quite, but you'll see where I'm going with this. She stood up and she said, we are recruiting 1,200 extra police officers. 1,200, right? Now, her comment was, that's the most police officers recruited in 10 years.
Yes.
Apart from
the
fact
that she cut them beforehand from 50,000, I think it was.
Yeah.
50,000 cut.
Yeah, I think it was 21,000 they got rid of.
And then they did it twice then.
I think altogether.
So altogether it was like 50,000.
Yeah, quite a lot of police officers were cut. Don't know the exact figure, not off the top of my head. Because that's the first time they've upped the numbers, which is nowhere near the amount that they cut. That's acceptable. But that clearly is not honest. It's dishonest, and it just annoys me, that sort of thing. And if we keep with dishonesty, if you talk about Brexit for a minute, the thing that bothers me about that is that we've had from the beginning talking about no deal. Yeah? If you think about it, all the way through they've been saying we are going to leave on the 29th of March. No matter what anybody said, we're going to honour the referendum and we will be leaving on the 29th of March. Well, if you know how the process works, when you come out with a deal, you don't actually leave on the 29th of March.
No.
It just, all they've done is they've agreed a process that they can all agree to. And then you very slowly dismantle your attachment to the EU. So, my theory is this: if they've been saying we will leave on the 29th of March, the only way you can actually leave at 11 PM on the 29th of March is to go out with no deal, which would suggest to me that they knew right from the start that they were going to go for a no deal.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's a good one to end on, isn't it? Yeah, sorry to depress you. How many days now? 48 days from filming this. 48 days to go. Get your act in order and stop telling lies.